back to my channel, Side Hustle Seattle. So if you've been following my channel for a while, especially in regards to remote online notary stuff, then you would know that I did not have a car for a very long time. So I both lived and worked in the city of Seattle for 6 years. And if you've ever been to Seattle, one, it's not that big, but also the public transportation is amazing. So I never needed, and on top of that, like parking is insane. Like parking's like $300 a month. But anyways, because the public transportation was so good, parking was a lot, and I lived and worked so close together, I never needed a car. But I temporarily actually moved to Denver, Colorado for work, but I actually work outside of the city, and I quickly realized that public transportation here is nowhere near as good. And so it wasn't as convenient for me to get to and fro and to get to the places that I wanted. So I decided to get a vehicle. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a car person per se. Like, I don't geek out about cars. I don't have a favorite car. It's not something that I sit and think about often. I mean, clearly I didn't have one for 6 years, so they couldn't matter that much to me. But I did tell myself when I finally did purchase a car, I was going to purchase the car that I really wanted. In this case, it was a 2021 Tesla Model 3 standard range. Now, this is clearly not a car channel, but I've had the car for about 4 months now, and I believe electric cars, especially Teslas, are becoming more popular. And if you were looking to get one, I wanted to make sure you had my experience so you kind of know what to expect going into it. And also, I just think it's a cool car and I wanted to show it off. So let's go ahead and show it off. So when it came to picking actually which car I wanted, I went with the most basic one you can possibly get, right? That's the Tesla Model 3 standard range with the white exterior, black interior, and just the 18-inch basic wheels. So Tesla only has like 5 different colors you can pick from, and honestly I wasn't a fan of any of them, but out of those, white was the best one I could do, because I figured if I wanted to customize it, I can do different ways of customizing it, like I did with the emblem, just changing the emblem with a simple sticker that I got off Amazon, or I can change the rims up, or if I really cared that much, I would go ahead and just wrap the car. So I have been looking into potentially wrapping the vehicle a different color, a color that I would prefer. If you think I should wrap my vehicle, let me know, and if you're a Tesla owner and you have wrapped yours, definitely let me know. So the Tesla Model 3 standard range has about an estimated 267 miles of range, and it's rear wheel drive. Every other model you get is all wheel drive. This is the only one that is rear wheel drive. And so that, first of all, that's terrible for the snow, to be honest, but it was fine. I just put on snow tires, and I haven't had any issues through the snow so far in Colorado, even though it hasn't been snowing that much. For the days it has been snowing, it hasn't been an issue at all. Now, if you've never driven an electric car, the range is a little bit deceiving, right? Like, even though this is my first time owning an electric vehicle, I've driven many of them in my life. And so your range that they give you is the absolute optimal range you can get if everything is perfect, right? You have to remember everything is pulling from the battery of the car. So if you have the air conditioning on a ton, if you have a bunch of different things going, if you have a lot of weight on the car, that 267 miles of range is not going to actually give you that much. Maybe it goes down to 220, right? Maybe it goes down to 200. You also have to keep in mind when it comes to electric vehicle, you never charge to 100 ever, right? Like, it's actually not recommended that you ever charge to 100. Typically you're charging to about 90% battery, and it's so you don't ruin the battery and overcharge it. You also rarely ever let the battery get to 0, right? You'll typically charge it once it gets 20%, 15%. So you're never really going to get the full range of the car itself. Now, even with 267 miles, if you're just using the car to commute like I do, it's not a problem, right? Like, typically I'll charge my car to 90%, and I charge it every day because I have a charging station at work, actually. So I'll charge to 90% every day. It takes me about 5% each way. So 5% to get home, 5% to get to work. And so round trip home to work, it's about 10% of my battery is gone. And I have a 30-minute commute each way. So as a commuter car, perfect car. I've even gone on a relatively short road trip with it, like, an hour and a half out of the city and then kind of back in. Perfect charge, no problem. If you're one of those people who really likes to road trip, I wouldn't recommend getting a standard range because you're gonna have to charge too often. Now, even though if you go to a Tesla supercharger, charging doesn't take that long, right? 30, 40 minutes to get a full battery or 90% of a battery, still it's gonna be inconvenient. So just keep in mind what you're going to use it for when you actually purchase. Now, purchasing the car was super easy. Like, I knew I was moving to Colorado, obviously. I knew I may want a car. So in May, I put down the $100 deposit to order the vehicle. And that's all you have to put down in the beginning. You don't have to pay anything else until your vehicle's like close to being ready. And I actually didn't get the vehicle until September. So I put the deposit down end of May. The vehicle wasn't ready for me until like September 4th. So it does take a long time to get the car. And now that there's been a chip shortage and there's a bunch of different shortages, you're going to wait a lot longer and it's going to cost significantly more. I want to say when I first purchased mine, it was $39,000. And now if you go on the Tesla website, it's $44,000, which is insane. And keep in mind that the Tesla Model 3 started off at $35,000. So it's like slowly creeping up because of the chip shortage, and because of supply issues. So if you want to get one, you can either try to wait it out until the supply issues are done, or you can just bite the bullet and get it. But you're going to pay significantly more than it was 3 months ago, which is insane. And now it's like a 6-month wait time just to get a standard range. So that was the process for me. Like I said, I actually love the car. It's been so great. It's like driving a spaceship. It has literally everything that you want in a vehicle. And I can honestly say that the customer service of Tesla is incredible. Like when I first got the car, they have you kind of like look it over. Like when you get it delivered, it's actually extremely easy. They tell you your car is coming in a week. They tell you to pick a date to pick it up at a delivery station. You pull up to the station. They literally have all of everything you need in your car already. Your car's sitting there. They're like, do a quick once over, make sure the car looks good, and let us know if it does it, and then feel free to take off. Like you sign like 2 papers and you take off, and that's it. So it was super quick. But I noticed once I left the lot, there was like this imperfection on the side of my car. It wasn't big. It was like on the interior, this small nick on the headliner. And I was like, I typically wouldn't be this picky, but it was an expensive car and I waited a long time and I want it fixed. So I literally just scheduled a service appointment. They're like, no problem, we'll fix it for free. They came to my work, put it in and out, 30 minutes, and it was gone. And I had a brand new like piece of my headliner, which was fantastic. But honestly, let's get into the features because there are so many features in this vehicle. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's start on the outside of the vehicle. Literally, your app controls absolutely everything. So you can turn on the car using the app. It's going to look like the lights are flickering. That's just the video. But you can open the trunk using the app. And of course, you can open the front trunk or the frunk using the app as well. And of course, if you can open it, you can also close it using the app, which I absolutely love. So you can just press it on the app and go ahead and control everything. One thing I use so often, especially since Colorado is cold, is heating up my car before I get in it. So you can set the temperature, turn it on and off as you need. Now, like I said, the car has 2 trunks, one in the front and one in the back. The one in the back also has a set of charging cables for home and for when you're at a non-Tesla charger. So you can just connect it and make sure that you're always charging the vehicle. Now, opening the car is a little funky. You kind of have to press it on the side, grip the handle, and then open it up. It takes some getting used to. Now, when you're looking at the interior, you have this nice little Model 3 right on the front, which I love. And you have this like really nice suede, I think it's called Alcantara. This wood grain across the top. I put in rubber floor mats. Don't judge me, they are dirty. And it has this like really smooth black leather. Same in the back. And again, I did put some all-weather floor mats back there to accommodate for the weather here. And it has this large sunroof that pretty much spans the whole top of the vehicle. Now, my favorite thing, the wireless charger. Right in the center console, you set your phone down. That is a wireless charger for you. Now, operating the car honestly takes some getting used to. So in order to move it, you have to press up for reverse. You press down for drive. You push it in for park. And then just kind of slightly less down for neutral. Now, think of this screen kind of like a phone, right? It's going to push you different software updates often, and it'll just let you know when you can install them. So that's definitely different. Now, the main feature is this massive screen right in the center. I don't know how big this thing is. 16 inches, 17 inches, it's huge. But you can control everything from it. How your car moves, how it operates, how it locks, the autopilot, the safety features of it. Anything you can think about with your car, you can control from there. And of course, the car has a lot of storage. You can open the glove box right from there. And there's a center console for you to be able to put stuff. I have a ton of junk in there, and there's even one right in front of it. I bought this little tray from Amazon just because of the extra storage, because otherwise it's just kind of like a bottomless pit. And you can just close it up nice like that. Now, right at the bottom, there's a ton of different buttons. So you can click it and see what's streaming. Honestly, getting used to everything that's on there takes a minute. Like the Sentry mode right here, this allows you for safety. You can see what's going on around your car. You can click into all the different icons to see what's available for you. There's some pretty cool, nifty stuff. Definitely some like Elon Musk style stuff. So an arcade. You can play video games in the car. I'm pretty sure you can only use it when the car is parked, which makes sense. And you can also do karaoke in your car. And if you're like me and you love karaoke, this is absolutely perfect. So it's just a great way to entertain your passengers, which I like. And then one of my favorite, it's a little cheeky. It's if you click on that icon, you can see the sketch pad, but something that I like, see something called romance mode. So if you go to romance mode, you click that get cozy button. Go ahead and listen to that. It turns on a little fireplace and even starts playing some Marvin Gaye in case you want to get a little romantic in the vehicle. Now, one thing that's cool, because of all the sensors, it literally records all of the cars around you, even the people walking in front of you. So it's like the ultimate safe car, which I think is really awesome. Okay, well, that is the end of today's video. What do you think about the car? Do you like it? Do you own one? Are you thinking about getting one? Honestly, I love it. Great purchase. Well worth it. I'm one of those people that, like, when I do own a car, I run it into the ground, so I know I'll have this car for the next 10, 15, however many years long of my life until I can't drive it anymore. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I will catch you in the next video.